This course is designed to support beginning readers as they learn about using the silent E syllable for representing long vowel sounds. This course builds on a previous course on decoding regularly spelled one-syllable words under Reading Foundational Skills for First Grade, 3B, that taught students about open and closed syllables. The course for standard RF1 3D used knowledge that every syllable must have a vowel sound to determine the number of syllables in a printed word may be taught before or after this course. A goal of beginning reading instruction is to help students quickly notice larger parts of longer words. Through systematic, focused instruction on flexible use of common syllable patterns, students develop important strategies for reading longer words. In Syllable Types, a strategy for reading multi-syllabic words by Mary Knight McKenna, the research shows that knowing syllable types helps struggling readers to decode long words. Teaching syllable types belongs in a comprehensive literacy program for English language learners who are at risk for reading problems, and that teacher knowledge of syllable types is needed for teachers to effectively teach reading. Words that end with the silent E are labeled vowel consonant E syllables. They are also commonly referred to as magic E syllables. A magic E syllable word contains a long vowel spelled with a single letter followed by a single consonant and a silent E. Every long vowel, A, E, I, O, and U, can be spelled with a vowel consonant silent E pattern, although spelling long E with a vowel consonant silent E pattern is unusual. Some examples of silent E words include wake, whale, while, yoke, rude, and hair. The learning objective for this course is that readers will learn about magic or long E syllable words. The student objective is that I can use the magic E pattern to read words. The focus standard for this course is Reading Foundations, First Grade, 3C, No Final E Conventions for Representing Long Vowel Sounds. Another standard that is addressed is Reading Foundational Skills 1-4, Read with Sufficient Accuracy and Fluency to Support Comprehension. Allow 20 minutes for the first lesson and then 5 to 10 minutes for follow-up practice on subsequent days as needed. Students need to be able to identify and know the difference between vowels and consonants. Before teaching this lesson, spend time as a class and in small groups sorting letter cards into piles of vowels and consonants until students can quickly identify vowels and consonants. Another suggestion is to provide students with a short page of letters and teach them to put a small pencil dot under vowels. Also, students need to know that vowels can say their sound to make a short sound, and vowels can say their name to make a long sound. A portion of this lesson will involve students working in partnerships during the collaborative learning phase. During this part of the lesson, each partnership will need a short vowel, silent magic E vowel sort, a pair of scissors, and a red and blue crayon. For the independent learning phase of this lesson, each student will need a sticky note and a pencil for finding silent or magic E words during independent reading time and an optional silent or magic E worksheet. The lesson in this model is based on the gradual release model as described in detail in the book Better Learning Through Structured Teaching by Douglas Fisher and Nancy Frey. In the teacher as model phase, the lesson's purpose and goals are clearly established, and the teacher models his or her own thinking through direct explanations, modeling and thinking aloud as the students observe and listen. In the guided instruction phase, students begin to take on more of the learning responsibility through carefully chosen activities, while the teacher observes and scaffolds as needed with questions, prompts, and cues. In the collaborative learning phase, students use language skills to practice and apply their learning while interacting with their peers. In the independent learning phase, students work independently to practice applying skills and information and solidify understanding. The authors write that it is through this process of gradually assuming more and more responsibility for their learning that students become competent, independent learners. Additional brief activities are suggested to help students practice and reinforce their understanding of magic E syllables. The follow-up activities should be spread out over several days. They are designed to be completed in a small group. The additional activities are explained after the lesson. Modeling and demonstrating are key features of the focused instructional phase. Establishing a clear learning target and making sure students know what is expected of them and how it will be achieved builds incremental success and motivates students to continue their pursuit. Establish a purpose for the lesson by telling students that as readers and as writers, there is a very important syllable to learn about called the magic E syllable. Knowing about the magic E syllable will help you read and write lots of words. Point to the word hope and explain that hope is an example of a magic E syllable word. Help students notice that there are two vowels in the word hope. One is O and the other is E. Place a dot under the vowels. Explain that the important thing to know about the E is that it does not make a short sound. It does not make a long sound. It makes no sound. And even more important to know, it makes the vowel before it say its name. Using the word hope, point to the E and put a red circle around it and lightly color the E red. Point to the P and remind students that P is a consonant. Then point to the O and remind them that O will say its sound. Put a blue circle around the O and lightly color the O blue. Draw a small arch that connects the O and the E. Finally, decode the word and read hope. Model again with another magic E syllable word, such as side. In the guided instruction phase, the teacher and students do the work together. Asking students to elaborate or clarify their answers allows you to determine how to respond and how best to scaffold understanding. Show students a list of words written out on chart paper or the whiteboard. Tell students they need to find the magic E syllable words on the list and be ready to prove it. Find the magic E syllable words and use the following questions to guide and prove the word is a magic E word. Students can point either to the word or read it to you. What are the vowels in this word? Model how to put a dot under the vowels. Which vowel is silent? Color the silent E red. Which vowel says its name? Color the long vowel blue. Connect the long vowel and the silent E with an arch. Then ask, what is the word again? Give each partnership a copy of the short vowel magic E sorting sheet. Model how to quickly cut the words out and sort under the short vowel, magic E, or oddball heading. This is a good opportunity to remind students that there are always oddballs or words that do not fit patterns that we learn. It may be a helpful prompt to tell them that there are two oddball words that do not follow the magic E pattern on the list. Have students work with their partner to sort word cards and monitor and guide partnerships as necessary. Discuss findings and call attention to the two words that do not fit the silent E pattern. During collaborative learning, there is attention to academic language development. Students are encouraged to use the language of the lesson during their interactions with peers. Application requires deliberate practice, time spent working and thinking alone. During the independent learning phase, students get a chance to try out what they have learned. Give each student a sticky note and have students find two magic E words during their independent reading time to share with their reading partner and/or the class. After independent practice, have students come back to the meeting area to share the magic E syllable words they found in their books and wrote on their sticky notes. As you teach syllable concepts, co-construct an anchor chart together to post in the room. You might add to the chart during the focused instruction phase or during a wrap-up or share. Add to the chart as students learn more about syllables. Pick from the following activities to do whole group, small group, or individually as needed. Provide words written out on cards from the word list. Use the bingo board in the resource packet. Call out magic E syllable words for students to mark or color on their bingo board. Use the sheet provided in the resources for this course to have students find and color magic E syllable words. For additional information on magic E syllable words, please see the following resources: 6 syllable types, an article available on readingrockets.com by Louisa Moats and Carol Toman. Syllable types, a strategy for reading multi-syllabic words by Mary Knight McKenna. And for additional information on the framework for the gradual release of responsibility model, please see Better Learning Through Structured Teaching by Douglas Fisher and Nancy Frey.